Am I late or something? Oh God. I'm in European time again. Joshua Travis, what the hell? How are you online at this time? What's the magic number? 69? I feel like 69. 69 is the number. I'm gonna start this at 69. Reds talk. Lorenza, always awake. What the hell? Yeah. $50, $30. Look at Mario. Mario sent me his signature. He says everything's okay. Cool. $200. That's never gonna happen. $55. 33. 32. It's too early. I'm Europe time now. I screwed all the Americans going to DNC. It's way too late. Well, welcome to my life. It's rough right now. I'm going straight vodka. Straight vodka. See, I was supposed to do this like, I don't know, like 4 hours ago. But yeah, I had to run some errands. I had to figure out that sleeping arrangement for the kids. Max is over here. He passed out on the couch when they arrived home. Had to throw him in bed. Jonas is here too. So 2 Finnish kids for DNC. Then I had to process some orders, had to make some payments, had to check some payments, had to reply to some emails, had to deal with Keenan's bullshit, book them a hotel, book a hotel for tomorrow night, and here I am. It's, what is it? Past midnight, and I'm doing this. So, you look tired as shit. I am tired as shit. I'm really tired. Really fucking tired. So let's just start this thing. Let's see what we got here. Mario again, another signature. This one's okay too. Cool. 34, that's the number. Here we go. So, DNC Reds engine choices. Actually, this applies for any race. But look at that. Look at the difference cooling heads. See that? New WRX. New system for the cooling head. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the configurations that I've tried and that I prefer now. WR7, what I run with this is 2143 pipe. 2143 S manifold. So they have different manifolds, different lengths, extra short, medium, and long. Long is the new one. So, what I recommend, short manifold, 2143, WR7. Okay, that's a killer combination. That combination will be perfect for my style of driving for 8-scale off-road, really. So not super powerful, pretty smooth throughout the power band, but this pipe compared to the 2104, the 2143 pipe makes it more responsive. So it's a smooth, I feel like it's more like a 4-stroke dirt bike compared to a 2-stroke. Smooth power, but you have enough power to clear all the jumps, do everything you want to do. It's just not, there's no peak in the power. It's very smooth, controllable power. So that's why this is my favorite. WR7 2143 S manifold. So this works everywhere. I feel like it's easy to drive everywhere. I have enough power everywhere. It's just good overall. So that's probably what I'm going to start with at DNC. That's my favorite combination. Now, they have the WR5 also, which I never run. Because every time I tried it, I'm like, okay, now it's pretty good. Then I put the WR7 back. This is way better. Every way. But, now they released a new engine, WRX. And the best way I can describe this is that with the right settings, it's a lot like the WR7, it's just more powerful everywhere. So it's like the big brother to the WR7. So the power band is still smooth, you just have more power. The top end, I feel on this, is actually better than the WR7. It just feels like it revs higher, there's more power throughout the power band. That's the feeling I get. And at first I didn't like it. At first I felt it was harder to drive than the WR7. Too much power, I couldn't handle it. Then I found the right pipe combination, which actually is what they recommend. What a coincidence. So they have a new header, L header. That made the biggest difference, I felt. Well, even with the M, it just wasn't as good. So, L, the new L manifold, and then the 2104 pipe. So not the same one I run with the WR7, the 2104. So the L manifold, 2104, smooths out the WRX. So the engine has more power and is more punchy. You run the smoother pipe with it, and then you just have a smooth power band, no peak in the power, so it's easy to control, and it's just faster than the WR7. So the feeling is quite similar in both. It's just that the WRX is faster. Faster in every situation. A bit more power, but still smooth. So now I actually have a choice, finally. Before I just ran one engine always. Now, like, let's say Neo Buggy. Well, former Neo Buggy. Indoors, Harper Adams. Hard to drive. You need to make everything very easy. You need to make your car easy to drive. Power to be smooth, easy. You can clear all the jumps easily normally. So, okay, WR7. Then you think of a track like potentially DNC. Big track, big jumps, high speed, high grip. You need your car to be fast. Like, you have long straights, sweepers, huge jump. The faster your car is, the faster your engine is, the better, really, if you can control it. So, if your car is good, if the track requires power, then I would go for the WRX because it's going to be faster. Now, in testing, I did notice one thing, which was I would be faster, I would have more power, more speed with the WRX, but I wasn't as consistent. So I put the WR7 back, and I was actually faster. Over 5 minutes, I was faster. Probably my top speed in certain sections on the track, or my acceleration was lower. I was just more consistent, and I was able to string the sections together easier, and my average lap time was better. So that doesn't mean that the WR7 is the better choice. It means that I'm not a good enough driver. So when I added power and my car was faster, I couldn't handle it anymore. So I feel like I just need to get used to the WRX, which has more power, and I'll be faster overall. So this is now what I'm practicing with and seeing what I can do to get used to it before DNC, and then I'll have two options when I go over there to Arizona. Okay, so there's another detail which we need to talk about. That's the Venturis. Now this Reds isn't gonna like this, what I have to say. Actually, let's see what this comes with. See, what I do is, I like to use a pretty big Venturi. I feel like the tuning window is bigger, it idles nicely, it's just easier for me to use. And they have these Venturis with that holes on the side and all kinds of funky shit going on. Now for me, I honestly haven't tested this back to back now, but I've had the best luck with the old school low neck, like it's an on-road Venturi, so it's a low neck, just a normal round hole, nothing funky going on. That's what I use, 8mm. Boom. Super powerful, easy to tune, works well. So that's what I'm running now in both. And actually, tomorrow I'm gonna test the WRX and see what it feels like with a slightly smaller Venturi. WR7 I would run with an 8 or an 8.5, never anything smaller than that. WRX I have an 8 in there now, but I'm gonna try something smaller, so I haven't tried that yet. But anyway, give it a try. If you're running like 6.5 or 7 Venturis or whatever you're running, try the bigger ones, because it made a big difference for me. It was just way easier to tune, it would stay consistent, and I felt like the power band was more to my liking. Then the clutch. So Reds have a clutch, and they're gonna hate me again for this, but I don't run it. I don't really like it that much. I don't seem to like the 4-shoe clutches, because even though some people say, oh, it's so smooth, it's not actually smooth. They come on pretty strong. It's a lot of power immediately, and I don't like that. So my own clutch, 3-shoe, aluminum shoes, 2 1.1 springs, 1 1.0 spring. Very smooth setting, works awesome on every track. That's what I run. And what else? What else about these things? Need another sip of my vodka. So let's go back. Let's have a bit of a conclusion, and then if you have questions you can ask them. Starting setup. WR7, 8mm, on-road, short neck, normal round hole Venturi. My standard 3-shoe clutch. S manifold, 2143 pipe. 2143 is the more punchy, aggressive, louder pipe. It works very well with the WR7. This is my go-to setup. This is what I normally start with. Very comfortable, any track. Very smooth power. Now the second option Reds has is the WRX. With this I use the L manifold, the new manifold. It made a noticeable difference for me. So get the new manifold with this new engine. And then I preferred the 2104 pipe because it smoothed out the power band. So I had more power and more speed than the WR7, but the smooth pipe made it easier to control. So WRX, same clutch, for now same Venturi, 2104 and L manifold. I haven't, I could try the runtime tomorrow. I haven't even bothered trying. I'm just going for the feel right now. For the plug, I use JQ3 plug, which is the OSP3. Reds have the same, whatever, TS3 or whatever it's called. I use that plug everywhere. It's good. It's a hot plug. Haven't had any issues. So the P3 plug in both. What else? So runtime, I don't know. I haven't tried it, but normally I can always go. Normally I can always go about 9 minutes, around 9 minutes, and then I run out. That's pretty standard. I always stop at 7:30 anyway. So, yeah. What else? Any questions? Any questions about these? No questions? Did I miss some? The L manifold, because I ran the other manifolds with the WRX, and I felt like there was always a peak in the power somewhere. Like I couldn't control it as well as my WR7. And then when I put the L manifold on, I just felt like it was more controllable. There wasn't that peak in the power band. And I just preferred that. L manifold was clearly better with both pipes. The 2143 was just a bit, I felt, too powerful, at least for Thunder Rally. The 2104 made the WRX easier to drive. I still had more power than the WR7, but it was controllable. So I run Sidewinder fuel. I don't remember their oil content now. I believe it's 9%. I need to check with Degani. Can't remember. They don't come running. I have to break them in. So what I do, and what has worked really well now, is I put something on the cooling head to keep it hot. Let's say I don't even have a heater, but let's say I had one, I'd put that on there, heat it up, idle the tank for 2 tanks. Idle the engine for 2 tanks, just on the starter box, just low idle, whatever. After that, I cover the cooling head and I run the engine. And I make sure to get it up to like 110 degrees or so, like 220 maybe, I don't know what that is. So 110 degrees, and I run it for 1 fuel bottle. You can run it on a track or just in the parking lot or wherever. I did it at Revelations on-road track. So it's always nice to do it on a clean surface, like a parking lot or an on-road track. So after the 1 fuel bottle, with something covering the cooling head at 110 degrees, so 220 Fahrenheit, then I let it cool down, make sure the piston isn't top dead center, so it's low down, so it's free. Let it cool down, then I heat it up again, start it up again after it's cooled down. Then I run it with nothing on the cooling head. Again, I have to retune it so I get the temps up to 110 degrees Celsius. And then I run it for another fuel bottle. And during that fuel bottle, it's pretty much broken in, so I can tune it. The reason for you covering the cooling head for the first fuel bottle when you're driving is you can run it richer and the temperature will be higher. So the point is you want the engine to run at the right, like, operating temperature, but you want the tune to be rich. So that's why you keep the heat in the engine, so it will be hotter at a richer setting. More fuel, more oil going through the engine. That's the idea. So I've actually not tried the R5R engine, but I'm sure for any sort of non-pro high-level racer, it's fine. So it's R5R is Red's basic version of the engine. Ebis engines, I have no clue. Ebis sounds like a lot of work. I'm pretty happy with just the normal braking procedure. We use Sidewinder fuel. Sidewinder, it's a light blue fuel from Morgan Fuels. Talk to Drake, he'll get you to 10:30. Yeah, I don't think so. No more greenheads. Always the same, isn't it?
Hey, buddy.
Hey,
What's up? Facebook Live.
What's going on?
Gotta get Facebook
Where's
Live.
Keenan? We need Keenan.
Keenan is in his hotel sleeping.
He said this is the address he gave us.
Yeah, to pick up your truck.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, thanks.
Yeah.
All right, no problem.
Okay. I'll see you. Yeah, all right.
I'll pay you, bro.
Jesus Christ, Bermudian bastards breaking in. What did I miss? Anyway, so that's that. Finally, Reds have two different engines that I can run. Smoother, more powerful. That's it. Tyler Henderson is here. I think we need to go. We need to call this a night. It's late. Where's Lefty going? Lefty's staying at a Motel 6. I kicked him out. Kids came in the house. Not enough room for Lefty. So, any questions? Ryan? No. Tomorrow, Thunder Rally is reserved for Pro-Line drivers. Saturday, TLR drivers. TLR, Team Losers and Retards. So they'll be there at Thunder Rally. Probably Frenchie, Savoya, and fake Frenchie, French-Canadian. And yeah, I'm really tired, Tyler. It's been a long day and a short night. It's going to be another short night. Lorenzo, you can make an order up to Saturday. If you place your order during Saturday, then Sunday we can pick it up and we can bring it to DNC. Okay. Let's talk a bit about goals at DNC. You try, oh my God, you try a Venturi 5. Forget, I'm running an 8 and you're talking about 5.8, okay? Forget about that. Anything smaller than 7, let's say anything smaller than 6.5 and just, no, okay? No. Anyway, let's talk about goals. Okay, we need a JQ. We need JQ drivers in the Open A main. Team Finland is going to be representing. They need to do well there. Podium, Open. 40 plus, pretty much got that covered with Degani. He needs to win that shit. Basically, we need to try and beat as many technos as possible. We can't have technos ahead of JQ drivers. That's also a goal. Now, Captain Club Race. Captain Club Race is like the ultimate prize. We need to make sure to beat Captain Club Race. That just has to happen. I feel like, even practicing now, like, he gets a bit nervous when I'm around him. I can tell, like, there's some tension there. So, I'm looking forward to DNC. I'm gonna do some battle. We're gonna battle it out in the Legends class, and that's like our warm-up, and then definitely in the Pro class. So, there's going to be a lot to look forward to at the DNC, I think. Good morning. Anything smaller than 8. That's what she said. 8. As in 8 inches? Whereabouts in Australia can I buy JQ products? Well, there's this guy in New Zealand that sells into Australia, because do we have someone doing it now? John Dawes in Australia? I don't really know. It's kind of being quiet over there. Let me just give you the details here. But yeah, you can get them from Mark Johnston in New Zealand. It's rcparts.co.nz. rcparts.co.nz. You can get them there. Okay? There we go, someone posted it. Keenan, your friends were over here looking for you. Some bastards breaking in my bedroom at past midnight. Come on, it's unacceptable. Mike Hill. Mike should be in bed. Is that the real Mike Hill? So, yeah, looking forward to DNC. Got my engines ready to take on all the technos and Captain Club Race. That's really like, those are the real goals. You know, who cares about A mains and all that shit? Just need to beat those guys. Have you missed my farts? Not really. No, can't say that I have. Did they get their parts? I don't know. Why don't you call them? Okay, I'm tired. I want to end this. Are there any Reds related questions? Do you understand what you need to do now? Forget about all those tiny Venturis. Just run a big one. Big Venturi. Key to success. Wade's clutch, pretty aggressive. Not a huge fan. I run the stock clutch. Stock JQ clutch. Super smooth, easy to drive. Ask Mike Hill. He tried it. WR7, 2143 pipe. S manifold. Good combination. WRX, 2104. L manifold. Good combination. WR5, paperweight. WR5, just, I don't know. They should just discontinue it at this point. You don't need it. R5R, good value for money. If you're on a budget, get the R5R. Just put some laps in. Captain Club Race, also known, formerly known as Dr. Drake. Three alloy. I mean, just do 3 alloy. It's just simple. Invisible Speed 1 carbon shoe. It gets sketchy. It wears out, this and that. Just fucking run alloy. It's good. Okay? Also known as so what was it? What was it originally? It was Captain Club Race. Dr. Tech Tip. That was it. Yeah. After run oil or not. Never used any after run oil. Reds, every time they inspect my engine, they're like, oh my god. What the fuck, JQ? This is destroyed. I mean, what's this? Like, there's dirt in your engine. I'm like, it's not dirt, it's just carbon deposits. Every time, even if I run it one time, they're like, oh my god, this is just destroyed. That's their standard issue answer. I'm like, dude, it runs perfect. My engine's great. Like, no, we have to change. We have to do that. I'm like, fuck's sake. So now, at the race, I don't let them touch my engine. They're like, hey, we need to check your engine. I'm like, nope, you're not checking shit, because you're just going to complain. And my engine's perfect. So, yeah. His wife blocked me. Really? You mean Rhonda blocked Tyler Henderson? Tyler Henderson must have sent her some farts or something. Springs. What springs? 2 1.1 1.0. Yeah. I said her face looked like a slapped ass. Oh my God, Tyler. Commander No Chin will not accept that kind of language. What do you mean, why? Why what? Okay, we got time for one more question, and then I'll e-buggy out of here. I don't even know what springs you're talking about, dude. Okay, it's not going to be a spring question. It needs to be some other kind of question. Then I need to go to bed. I need to get up in like 6 hours and drive to Santa Barbara. Keenan, I'm leaving at 7:30. Okay? 7:30 in the morning. The van is leaving the building. So you better be here in time. So many e-buggies. We're gonna have to end this, but I'm really stubborn today. I need a good question. Many junior drivers in DNC, I don't know. We got 2 from Finland. That's all I know. 7:30 equals 8. Okay, why don't you come at 8:30 and see if how many vans are outside, okay? Why don't you do that? This is serious business. We're preparing for DNC. I'm gonna get up early and go to the track. Run my Reds engines. And dominate. Do you ever re-sleeve engines? No, I don't. Throw them in the trash. But that's because I'm sponsored and they say I need good equipment, so. Oh, someone is salty tonight. No, that's Joe. I'm Joseph. I'm JQ. Not Salty Joe. Soapy Joe, maybe. Soapy Joe. Who are you going with tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm going with Mike Hill. The real hashtag, the real Mike Hill. Keenan, Lefty White. Max, White Devil, Mört. Jonas, what's his name? Jonas Abu Dhabi Hyvärinen. And David Wannafuck is going to be there. And Cole Ogden. Ever heard of those guys? They're going to be there. What about a 30-minute full-on breakdown of buggy brakes? This is a Reds Facebook Live, okay? And we're not going to be talking about brakes. We're only going to talk about going fast, not slowing down. Can you think of me when you race? You know what, Tyler? That's a good idea. I think in qualifying in DNC, just to kind of calm my nerves and make sure to beat Commander No Chin, I am going to think of you. I'm going to think of you during the qualifier and see if that would help me calm my nerves and just dominate. How often would you change out your shoes in a meeting like DNC? Well, I have some shoe choices. Like I would probably start with this. This is your typical normal, just regular Vans. And then for the last qualifier, maybe go to this, like get really good timing. And then for the main, I don't give a fuck anymore because I made it. I'm so confident because I made the main that I'm just gonna podium. Then I change to this. This is like, I'm pretty sure I can get the best run with these shoes. A slipper shoe. But as for clutch shoes, I'll just put new clutch shoes on for the race and then probably do the whole race with them. Maybe I'll check them before the main. If they look a bit dodgy, then I'll put new ones on for the main. Who's going to make Captain Club Race crash? Me, because I'm going to run with him and he's going to get nervous and he's going to crash. Do you like Santa Barbara track better than Thunder Alley? No, it's just different, and the surface is closer to what Nitro Challenge will be. Put a piece of gum in your mouth, it calms you. It actually does. I do that. Believe me. Believe me. I actually do that. I feel it helps. Anyway, we're done with this. E-buggy out. It doesn't work.